Hello everyone, this is Kelly and welcome back to my channel and my gluten-free dollhouse. Today I am going to turn you over to my brother who's going to explain everything that's in a toolbox. And you met him in my previous video and I'll link that down below. And this is our series of tools and how to use them. So I hope you enjoy and that it's helpful and instructive. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'm very responsive to comments, and if you have any questions either for myself or for Dan, please just ask. The whole point is to be helpful to other people out there who are in a similar situation as I am. So with that, I'll let you go, and here's Dan.
Hey there, this is Dan helping Kelly out on her DIY channel stuff. Basically just going over a standard toolkit that most people will need to have around the house. This one we're going to be going over this time is a 130-piece toolkit from Pittsburgh. Actually, it's from Harbor Freight, it's their Pittsburgh brand. It has everything you're going to need for general around-the-house use. And that's what we're going to go over right now. We'll open it up, and we'll go through pretty much everything in here, show you what's going on. So, okay, go ahead. Okay, now what we see here is your general toolkit. You got a hammer, you got a ratchet, 3/8 ratchet.
What's a ratchet for?
Ratchet is for use with the sockets, for you can loosen or tighten bolts or nuts. Either direction, tighten, loosen, and different sizes. And you have both standard and metric sizes on that. You have a 6-inch, 4-inch extension spark plug wrench. There's even an adapter to go from 3/8 drive down to 1/4-inch drive, which lets you use all the way down to some 4mm bolts on that. You also have some combination wrenches, which are combination wrench, like this one's 5/8, open and boxed on the same one.
What does that mean? What's an open wrench? What's a box?
This is open wrench, has an open on the one side, box end means it's a circle and goes around. So this is what they call a combination wrench, because it has both an open and boxed on the same wrench and the same size. So you have standard and metric. Tape measure. You have your different screwdrivers. You have, and not only that, you've got different lengths of screwdrivers. This is a number 2.
You want to tilt that up?
Okay. Different screwdrivers, and also you have a bit driver, which takes these bits down here. So you have different sizes on these ones, because these ones will fit in to here. And it's a magnetic, so they won't fall out. And like this is a Torx bit here, that's a T40 is the size, and they're labeled as to what they are. So you can have different sizes. You've got Phillips, which you got your different sizes of Phillips heads right here. You got another one that has flats and also Phillips here. There's even this one, which is handy, because this turns your driver, your bit driver, into a socket driver. So then you can use that to drive nuts and use them like bolts and stuff that go on like the back of appliances and things like that, where they're the small machine head screws. So you can do that with like a screwdriver action instead of having to use an actual ratchet. So that comes in very handy.
Very nice.
Yep. And then, like I said, different flat blade sizes. And then here's just an extra set of standard number 2 Phillips, which is the standard Phillips screw out there is the number 2. And Allen wrenches here, and then it even comes with, if I can get them out, Allen wrenches, standard and metric for your hex head, basically Allen wrenches for your bit driver.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Can you show the difference between a regular screwdriver and a Phillips?
Okay, a Phillips screwdriver
It took me a long time to figure that one out.
is a crosshead, and a flat blade standard screwdriver is just a line. What you want to do is when you're determining which one you want to use, is because both your Phillips, which is the cross one, and the standard screwdrivers, the flat blades, come with different sizes. Notice these two are different. These will fit different size screws. You want to match up the Phillips that you've got with the screw that you're trying to take out, because if you don't, you can strip the threads out. You can strip the Phillips part out of the crosshead out of the screw. So you want to make sure these are matched up as close as possible. And then the same thing can happen with your flat blade, because you got a big flat blade and you got a small flat blades, and also that changes their thickness as well. So if you've got a small one that you're trying to use on a big flat blade slot, what can happen is you get in there, it'll turn further, so you're not getting a good bite on it, and you can strip out the thread on the screw. And then you're hosed, and you're having to use a drill and drill it out and all that kind of fun stuff, which you don't want to do. But like on this one, it shows which ones are which. So you got a 0, a 1, 2, and 3 Phillips. And these are all for different size screws.
Very nice.
Then you have your fine screws. These are basically what you'd call like jewelry screwdrivers. This is use these on like your glasses, things like that. And then here's an extended nut driver. So you go on that, put that in there. You can extend that out, or you can actually put this into a impact driver or an electric drill.
Which we'll go over in another video.
Yes, we'll go over that in another video, but then you can use this with your different bits. So that comes in handy as well. And then your Allen wrenches. These are for your hex head bolts, for where the bolt is inset. So this will fit down inside the bolt head and do it. A lot of furniture, bookcases and things like that will come with Allen wrenches in them. Generally, they come with their own Allen key as part of the assembly process with the screws. But if they don't, it's nice to have your own set just in case.
And you can just buy those separately, right?
Yes, you can just go out and buy these by themselves. They're not that expensive. This also has both standard and metric. Yeah, these ones are standard. The black ones are metric. It goes from 1.5 millimeter up to 8 millimeter. For general home use, that's all you're going to need, really. Small crescent wrench, just an adjustable wrench. So this opens and closes to whatever size you need, which is always handy to have. Pair of side cutters, diagonal pliers, cutting wire, cutting zip ties, things like that. Real handy for that. Generally, what I use them for the most anymore is if I'm not cutting electrical wire, I'm cutting zip ties off of something.
Okay.
Because that's real handy to have for those. Because that way you're not having to mess with a knife and things like that and trying to saw with it.
So that's safety also.
Yes, that's a safety aspect. And here's just a regular set of pliers. You can use a tip here, and these are a slip joint set of pliers. So you go like this, or you slide them, and notice how they don't match up as well anymore, and the handle comes closer. That's so when you slip open, you can grab bigger things. You can grab on the jaws up here. So you slip it the other way, and it closes up that so the handles don't touch. This is for smaller stuff. You slip them the other way, and it's for grabbing larger nuts and things like that. generally, if you're using this, it's because you've tried using a combination wrench or the adjustable wrench and the edges have rounded off, or it's something where you just need to grab something and hold it stationary, so that on the other side you're using a socket with your ratchet to undo it from the other side. And let's see, then you have your needle nose pliers, which is when you need to get in close to get something. Also, these have some wire cutters as well, so you can also use that for cutting wire ties. You can see a little bit better on that side.
Those would be for gardening and things like that?
No. Generally, this is just regular household stuff, not generally gardening or anything else like that, just household. And a lot of this is going to be, again, for cutting zip ties. But the other part is if you need something, you need to grab it and pull it out of a narrow spot. That's what you use these for.
Very nice.
Locking wrench, right? Vice grips is the other thing. This, you open it up, you can adjust the tension down here, you grab it onto something, and then it won't come loose. These are handy to have. You can grab it, especially if you've got a nut or a bolt that's really hard to come out. You can grab onto this thing, especially if it's starting to get rounded off. You grab it and really wrench down on this thing, and then you can start moving it with this one. But once you lock onto it, it's there. Because this is a locking wrench. It locks into place.
Okay.
And then, let's see, come down in here, get into the screwdrivers. Got different sizes. Again, they're for different thicknesses, for different size bolts. And so then the nut driver comes in here. And really, this is a nice basic toolkit that will handle pretty much everything you need to do around your house. You can even do some general car maintenance with this, because you do have the spark plug wrench. And the nice thing is it's got both metric and standard in it. So it's a nice general toolkit that anybody can use for everything around their house.
Just say that we are not sponsored. This was a gift from my father to me as a housewarming gift. Thank you, Dad. So we're not...
Yeah, this is not sponsored by anybody. This just wanted to let everybody know what a general, nice, basic toolkit that everybody pretty much needs to have if you are anybody on your own. I mean, homeowner, apartment dweller, anything. This will take care of 90% of what you want to do maintenance-wise around your house. Whether it's changing a water filter in your, in your refrigerator, or tightening or loosening up your water hoses on your washing machine, undoing the clamp on your dryer vent hose, putting together bookcases, working on a table, dining room table, you got a loose leg or something. This will have everything you need to tighten all that stuff back up and take care of what you need to do. So this is just a nice general kit that really think everybody should have. So, yep. And if you have any questions, please comment below, like, subscribe, all that stuff. My sister would really appreciate that. So, thank you.